Okay, so now we're going to want to this is lots of compression, which is great. I think you can see me. Tired of saying that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our double knot in here also. I just pull that tight, grab it with pliers. Okay, that's cool. I'll cut this little excess off later when later on. Okay, now we'll put the air cleaner back on. I pulled the air cleaner out of the element, it's crystal clear. And then we'll set it on the ground and start it up. And we'll let it warm up real good and then we'll change the oil. And take the blade off, change the oil, and this will be ready for resale. I'm hoping it runs okay, it should. Well, it looks pretty. Let's see if it runs okay. Maybe some more primes, I guess. I primed it before I put it on the machine, but the fuel has to get into the intake manifold. Back this up so you can hear me. I'm going to let it warm up real good and then we'll drop the blade off it and change the oil on it too. I warmed the engine up real good, and what I did was, I got it back on the table, and I'm using the jack stand here. So what you want to do is you want to tilt the machine up, but always away from the carburetor. And also, you don't want to tilt the machine all the way on its side, because even though you're away from the carburetor and everything, if the exhaust valve is open and you have it on its side, oil could go into the muffler and just create a real dirty mess. And what I do is I just get it up high enough to where I can work. And this is the perfect height here for where I can work. And under here you have a drain plug. And it's actually, the drain plug is facing towards me. So once you take this plug out, no oil will come out until you put the mower back down level. What it is it's a 3/8 drive extension. I use a 10-inch, and it comes down to here. This way you don't crack your knuckles or anything loosening that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blade off because it needs sharpening, and it's a much less of a mess if you take the blade off. This way the oil's not going on the blade and running off and everything. And I have this pan here that I use, and I also use this pan for the Graveleys. This holds like 3.5, 4 quarts. What else? Oh, while I have the blade off, I'm going to scrape underneath the deck here real good and clean that up real good before I drop the oil. And I'll be back to you soon. Another thing I want to mention, once you get the oil draining, you put your machine back down level and the oil's draining, take your dipstick out. This way the oil will run out the bottom faster. Those of you that don't have any impact guns, whether it be electric or air, I happen to have an air gun. Getting these bolts off that hold the blade on could be really tough to get off when you're doing it by hand. I didn't do much research on it, but I saw it on a video, and I don't remember whose video I saw it on. But what they have is they have this blade stop. It clamps to the deck, and I forgot how it's situated, but it stops the blade from turning, which is a big help. And then you could, get the bolt off. Sometimes even then are tough to get off. And also, this is a classic engine on here. And what you're going to do is, what I do is I start with like 400 millimeters quart. It's a quart bottle, so it would be less than a quart of oil I would start with. And then I would put like 400 millimeters in, which is, less than a half a quart, which is a pint. And, just keep checking it. And normally it just takes a half a quart, 1 pint of oil. So you want to overfill it either, because if you overfill it, I've had mowers come in when I was doing repairs on them. Oh, the machine, sometimes they won't start, sometimes they will start. And when you have too much oil in there, it starts sucking the oil through the crankcase vent into the carburetor, and it just starts smoking like crazy. So I've had that happen before. I had one come in and somebody just filled the dipstick tube right up to the top, thinking, that's how much oil that you put in there. So be careful how much oil you put in there. Just put it right to the full mark, and that's it. Okay, so this was a bad buy on my part, as I told you before. First of all, I didn't bring exact change, and the lady conveniently didn't have change of a 50. First of all. Second of all, don't make any deals over the phone or messages or anything like that. If somebody's asking $50 for it, and it's local. I traveled too far. I was a little desperate to get a mower. I traveled too far. I made the lady the offer. She screwed me out of the $5. What you want to do is go look at the mower, check it all over, check it all out, and then you can make an offer. For this mower here, instead of paying $50 for it, I should have paid $30 for it. And if you're local and the person says, no, I want $45 or whatever, then you could just walk away. So, also, when you check the mower over, I'm going to do a video on what I do when I buy the mower. So that'll be coming up on the next video. So as it stands, I paid $50 for the mower. I have $10 into it because we replaced the pull cord, which was $5. And then I have the brand new spark plug and the oil, which is another $5. So I have $60 invested in this mower here. Now I know I looked, and Lowe's has a mower that's compatible to this with the plastic brigs that I don't care for too much. I think they were like $220. You're not going to see anywhere near even $150 for this mower. I'll be lucky if I see. Well, I'm going to put it up for $100. I won't take less than $90 for it. But sometimes, this time of year, people might give you the $100, which is well worth the $100. It's all been serviced, completely serviced, as you saw in the last video and this video here. And that's about it. So like I said, on the next video, I'll show you what I do, how I buy a mower the right way, not the way I did this one. So I took a half a quart of oil, and on these I use straight 30 weight on them. The whole build from start to finish probably took about an hour and a half. If you really hustle it up, you could probably get it done in about an hour. So this is one to prove how not to buy the mower. But had I paid $30 for it, I would have had $10 into it, makes $40. And even if I sold it for $90, you would have seen a $50 profit. If I sell it for $30 now, then if I sell it for $90, I'll see a $30 profit in it. So I'm going to start it up one more time and let you hear how it runs. And I hope somebody got something out of this video. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one.